Hope you don't lose power. And there's supposed to be storms coming through.
We got storms coming through right now. We've had tornadoes. Storms coming through right now. We've had tornadoes. They've got 6 confirmed houses that are damaged from the wind and tornado damage. They had 1 confirmed tornado on the ground here in Indianapolis. I got woke up by the sirens for my nap a little earlier than I wanted to, but I'd rather have that happen than sleep through something disastrous. I got the local news on in there so I can keep up with it. And I've got about 3 YouTube things running, Storm Chaser, Ryan Hall, a couple other ones. The wind right now is the loudest I've heard it all day long. And like I said, the lights just flickered. Let me get my camera going here. I don't know why I forgot to turn that on. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Wednesday night, April 2nd, 2025. But a very stormy night tonight. Very, very bad weather across from Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois, Tennessee, Michigan, Kentucky, parts of Wisconsin. Just a mess. Huge mess.
We had some thunder earlier and lightning and a little bit of rain, but right before that it got big old gust of wind for about 5 minutes. So you never know when something might be, even if it's not predicted to be rough,
Yeah. Well, they've been predicting these pretty much all day long, and it took it a while to get to Indiana. I've been watching the storms down in Arkansas and Tennessee. Robert sent me a couple of links to watch that affected his area, and I guess they had a confirmed tornado pretty near him as well. So it's going to be a long night. I got a feeling, a real odd feeling about that. Tony Wallow was first in chat, followed by Sam. Rick Lakes was third. Darren was fourth and says, hi Ken, hi and hi. Hi Darren, hi and hi. Sam says, Ken, yeah, I don't know what happened to the title. I just put the correct word in there. Pharsaphobia is the fear of April Fool's Day. I don't know how that got changed to that, but there is no speaker bot. I have not started speaker bot yet tonight. I literally have been in there watching the local news to see what kind of weather we've got, and the radar indicates we've got storms that are going to be here most of the night, probably most of tomorrow as well. And they're still predicting on Sunday to be the biggest weather event as far as rain goes. And it's raining right now. I did shoot a little video and shot it to the homies, and then I shot another little 2-minute video, but it doesn't bring credit to all the bad weather that's around here. In fact, it's kind of like, yeah, that's just a normal, regular thunderstorm.
Must have a code that you can live.
I don't think Sam realizes he's got a hot mic, so he can unmute when he gets the mic taken care of. Susanna Morgan, and proud single mother, joins us over in chat. And I was going to go try to fix something while I was doing this. So, yeah, very interesting evening so far tonight. It was cloudy earlier, a lot of wind earlier. In fact, we had more wind than anything, and then now suddenly we have more storming, wind, rain, lightning, thunder than anything. They showed one of the local highways, and it is a parking lot. My title is too long. Wonderful. I just changed it. Hopefully that'll change over there. I don't know how long that takes to take place. Winter mute. He drops a link for phobia. Right. Pharsaphobia is a fear of pranks, which I put in. What is the term for fear of April Fool's Day? And that's what it came back with. I don't know how that got changed to the title that it did in tonight's stream. But somehow it did. I don't know if I honestly don't know if YouTube changed that themselves or not. Speaking of YouTube, I got a notification tonight on something that happened last month, and I had to go in and make another change. So I've got to get really picky on my music that I'm going to use on things because it will pass the yeah, you can use it, it's fine, and then a month later you get the oh nope, we are no longer monetizing that because I think it was UKM is claiming the copyrights and they're going to get your 15 cents worth of money. Guess they need it worse than I do. I don't know. Let's welcome in the homies before I forget. Rich, Bill, Greg, Sin, Darren, and Sam. Sam, you should be able to unmute. I do have that set to where people can unmute themselves. At least I think I do. Let me check that and make sure. Yes, allow participants to unmute themselves is still checked.
Test.
So that should be good. By the way, good tune you were playing when you joined us.
Well,
Crosby, Stills, and Nash, right?
I didn't realize it was going out over the air. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Was it CSN?
Yes.
That's what I thought. I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder in the background or not. It's still rolling through pretty good. And I am on the earbuds, and according to the mixer, everything is the way it should be. So, we like thunder. No, we actually, well, I don't know. Thunder's okay as long as the lightning's not striking any trees or buildings or anything. I was trying to figure out a way to show you guys the little 1.5-minute video that I shot a while ago while I was standing in my garage.
Good time to go play golf.
Do what, Chris?
I said it's a good time to go play golf.
Oh yeah, yeah. Night golf at that. Night putting, Caddyshack. You know what he was doing, Danny? He was night putting. I imagine not everybody is going to get that reference, but I was on a channel earlier today where they were really good at movie quotes, and they had a couple that were made me have to stop and think. I didn't have to go Google anything, but I had to stop and think about it a minute. And that was kind of fun there for a while. Not a whole lot of desert, just tumbleweeds. Yeah, yeah. I can imagine thunder in the desert and thunder out here would be a little bit different. We like thunder. I can't say that I do.
Travels a lot further in the desert.
Oh yeah, because there's nothing there for it to bounce off of and slow it down or anything else. That's very true.
You know, I just watched a video of reaction to Archie Bunker's most racist things, and they were laughing about it. And you got away with it back then.
Back then, sure.
Yeah, I know. Nowadays, they so many. Ooh, that was
No, that's not. All in the Family, as it was originally shot, could never be done again today. There's just no way. Speaking of TV, I'm sure by now everyone knows that Val Kilmer passed away yesterday. He was 65 years old. He died from complications of pneumonia, I believe. I didn't realize he was that young. I thought he was in his early 70s. But apparently, I was wrong. Trying to check the weather on the internet right now by bouncing through these things I've got running. It was kind of interesting to see Indianapolis on some of these shows, but then again, on the other hand, it's not kind of cool because, I mean, like right now they're talking about northern Indianapolis and tornadoes are there. Plus, again, I still have the local news on in there. Apparently, people are calling in wanting to know where their normally scheduled programming is at. You know, it takes a special kind of person to be more worried about watching Survivor than it does to know that you've got bad weather going on in your area.
They do that at our stations too.
Do what, Chris?
They do that on our stations too here.
Yeah,
Especially
well,
if it's
that's
a football game.
That's a good service. Oh, Oh, heaven forbid if Georgia loses a football game.
No, I'm talking about if there's any football game.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
Yeah, they're
those
pretty good
footballs,
about keeping people up to date. I mean, I don't have a radio. I've got the internet. I got my phone charged just in case. But the one thing I don't have is a radio in case the power goes out that I would have, a transistor or battery operated or whatever.
get you a battery operated radio.
The thought crossed my mind. We'll
I
look at
got
chat.
several radios. Got shortwave AM and FM.
Yeah, I would just need an AM FM. I wouldn't need anything spectacularly great by no stretch or means of the imagination. The thunder is actually relatively loud right now, but I can still hear the wind.
My newest radio it tells you like the name of the song, it tells you other information. It will probably show weather information if it.
I
That's
just
cool.
looked at the radar, and you're right in the middle of it.
Oh, I know. We're yeah. That's one way to put it, saying we are in the middle of it. Steve Dodd says, great trailer. Yeah, I stumbled across that today. And oddly enough, tonight it says there's no issues. Now next month they probably get something. His coolness. Steve is known now as his coolness. Says it's thunderstorms in Waterford, Michigan. Yeah, it's a huge storm. I sent out 2 texts when the sirens woke me up. I sent one to south of the Mississippi in Arkansas, and the response I got was, "I'm not hearing any sirens." That's all I got to say about that. Oh, yeah, I have got the ones with the storms pretty much hidden. Um, I like Ryan Hall, y'all. He's pretty good to watch. And then Robert sent me another one. A guy's called Reed Timmer, Timmer, and these guys are just absolutely crazy. They got a specially built vehicle that they're out chasing tornadoes. They were driving down the road this afternoon, and off in the distance they skidded to a stop. Ah, there's a tornado over there, and sure enough. And then on Ryan Hall, y'all, there was 2. One which may or may not have been on the ground. The other one was clearly on the ground. So I've seen 3, knock on wood, not here in Indiana today, nor in my neighborhood, but I've seen 3 via the internet. Now I wished I could find a local and or maybe even national link to the radar. The storm chaser guys, I think about 2 years ago, they were right here in the Desert Empire. They went to a place called Whitewater Canyon, and I knew exactly. I know exactly where that's at. Our good friend in Fresno, Tim Soul.
Where has
So
he
if
been?
anyone, go ahead, Chris.
Where's Tim Saul been?
I don't know. Busy. I know he's got a lot of work, and I know he's busy with his gigs that he's doing for the musicians and helping them out. I think he's a sound engineer. I believe is what he does. If anyone has a website for the radar, please drop it in chat for me so I can access it. I would appreciate it.
I got my radar
So
on
Ryan
my.
Hall, y'all, has been on for 9 hours. Muncie has Ball State University. Yeah, that's true. That's where the tornado was headed. And I didn't know this until a while ago, but when they put those boxes on the maps, the different colors indicates the different strengths of the storm. And if it's here in Indiana anyway, if it's a pink colored box, that's a confirmed on the ground tornado. I didn't know that until about a half hour ago. So you learn something every day, or at least that's how the saying goes. And yes, I shot the video I took in portrait mode, not landscape. I know. We're going to try to get it over there to regularly scheduled program. At least that's what he just announced on the TV. I guess that would mean it might be moving out of the greater Indianapolis area. They were watching the water come down from the mountains. That would be interesting.
It's that. Yeah. Let's explore. It's me. All right, now. Little soups for cats. Definitely going.
Called a squall line. That's called a squall line.
Well, nobody could hear what I just said because I got to turn the doggone earbuds on. I got to set that up so it's automatic. And let's go stop sharing my screen over here. I'll find Zoom here somewhere. And we should be back. So that's kind of encouraging. I was really preparing myself for a long night of bad weather, but it looks like it might be over according to the Weather Channel. Looks like it might be over by about 1 a.m. Looks like it might have moved through Indianapolis by 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. So that's good. That's a good thing. Now, according to the 24-hour future radar, we got rain in the forecast for a long time. We will see. Man, Long Dog dropped us a link in there. I do not know where Whitewater Canyon is. I have no clue where that's at. I saw a lot of places when I lived in California, but that one's not ringing a bell. He dropped a link in chat. Let me go see what that's all about. Raw video of the most insane flash flood down Whitewater Canyon, California. And that was a year ago. It's in San Bernardino County. All right, I'll watch that once I end the stream. Why that's on there. Yeah. Again, there is no speaker bot. I didn't start it. I wasn't sure how long I was going to be here tonight. Why is that? What the? Am I that far behind? Yeah, I am. I don't get Google. I got to find a browser that stays up to date. If I'm not on the specific tab, I need it to stay live. I don't need it to fall 7 minutes behind. Now the thing about that video is there are people who live right beside. Yeah, sure there are. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Been kind of a slow, boring night anyway, except for the weather. I want to thank everyone for being here. There's not going to be any exit because I'm not going to fire up SpeakerBot just to play that. So thank you guys. Want to join us on the Zoom? KStout Z00M at gmail.com. Hopefully we get a few new people in here. Good night, Wintermute. Thank you for being here. Long Dog, thank you. See who else? Rick Lakes, thank you. Tony, Steve, thank you guys so much for being here. Live Witness Training, Doug Betts was here. Use it in a sentence. He has a paraphobia regarding Ken Stott's trailers. Yeah, I can relate. Good night, everybody. I may come back live if the weather threatens or gets worse.